In a way, I was hoping for Cody versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Now, I don't know how that feud would start, but it would be like a good feud to like make Cody's title run fresh. And that did not happen. He's back with the Bloodline again. And now, here's the thing. This is gonna hurt in the long run because the way I see it, in my opinion, Cody's first WWE title reign will be remembered as him just dealing with the Bloodline. You would think after WrestleMania 40 it would be all over. He was on to different feuds, which he did, right? Cody versus Kevin Owens made sense, even though that went on for too long. Cody versus AJ Styles was a good starter. But then again, it's back. It's Bloodline after Bloodline, to the point where now that's all he's really known for as this champion. He beat Roman, and he's dealing with the Bloodline and all that. And now we're back at this again with The Rock saying, what'd he say? He was like, oh, I want your soul and all that. And it makes no sense the way Rock beat Cody a lot leading up to WrestleMania 40. Then when Raw went to Netflix, Rock makes peace with Cody. And we thought Rock was going to turn on Roman. That did not happen. Rock didn't do anything to anybody, Cody, Roman, or Solo. And then we get to here, and then The Rock has this he's heel and face at the same time. And now I'm like, Cody's back with the Bloodline again, to the point where I feel like people, there at WWE, they probably feel like, you know what? Cody's not, he must not be hitting the numbers like Roman and, Rhea Ripley are. That's what I'm assuming. That's what I think, right? He's a good face champion, but it's like he's kind of stale, and it's almost like listen, if he's involved with the Bloodline, people will care about Cody. Maybe Triple H thinks that. Maybe. Listen, if we have Cody beef with someone else, feud with someone else, it's not gonna, hit harder than he is, fighting with the Bloodline, right? Him versus Solo, okay, I get it, right? Solo wants the title back to the Bloodline. Roman came back, then Roman and Cody teamed up, but now it's like it's not stopping, right? And to add to that, it seems like the Bloodline is, the Bloodline has always been taking over SmackDown, but now it's getting stale, right? Solo has been beaten a couple times, beaten at the War Games, and then the one-on-one with Roman at the Raw on Netflix, so there's nothing there anymore. Other than, Solo versus Jacob, which that would probably lead to WrestleMania. I think that's going to be a good match. But other than that, if The Rock comes back now, that means that whoever Cody faces at WrestleMania is going to be somebody off the Bloodline. I hope this is not a thing where, keep in mind, I love The Rock. The Rock is one of the greatest superstars of all time. One of the most famous. But it's like, him popping in and now turning heel or face is gonna hurt in the long run. Matter of fact, it's hurting right now. People did not pop for The Rock when he said, oh, I want you to be my guy, Cody Owen, I want your soul. It didn't make sense. People were more confused than anything. And I hope this is not a thing to where, okay, he says that, and then out of nowhere, Rock just kind of, he disappears, right? I hope that doesn't happen, but I feel like that's what they're going to do. But you guys, let me know what you think. Is Cody anything without the Bloodline? This whole title reign from WrestleMania 40 up until now, right before the 2025 Elimination Chamber, that's kind of all it's been. That's all it has been, and it's kind of like stale, to the point where now, and I'm gonna say this, right? If he keeps the title after this year's WrestleMania, best believe they're turning him heel. Now you would think, well, why turn him heel if he's still the champion, right? That's the only way they could go about it. That's the only way they can go about it. And I feel like some of the fans are probably like, you know what? We begged for this guy to beat Roman as champion. He's champion, but we have to cheer for him because, we brought him to this position. Because I feel like even some fans, well, a lot of fans actually, fans in the you know, who actually attend the shows and fans on it, you know, the IWC, you know, they're kind of like, okay, well, I mean, what's next for Cody? Like, and with the Bloodline again. So I don't know. Now, if he loses, which I will say this, even I feel like he's getting stale. I like Cody as a wrestler and all that, man. The dude, you know, the dude is dope. But I will say this: if he loses, that would actually surprise me. If he loses the title at this year's WrestleMania, that would surprise me. And I would actually be disappointed if it's somebody from the Bloodline, right? And I know that Roman is supposed to be coming back, I think, what, a month or some weeks before WrestleMania? And I will say this: Roman's probably going to come back for maybe CM Punk or, you know, Seth Rollins or something like that. Because I know, remember, Paul Heyman told Cody, hey, Roman wants his title back. That did not happen. We don't need a Roman versus Cody, or no, we don't even need a Roman and Cody, like, you know, crossing paths or anything. We don't need that. So I'm curious as to what this is going to be at the Elimination Chamber with I mean, obviously Cody is going to say no, unless they throw a curveball in there. Cody's going to say no. You know, I wonder, is that going to lead to Cody versus The Rock? Are people going to be excited to see that? I'm sure it'll be a good match, but I feel like there could have been something better. I'd like Cody versus The Rock, because then people are going to be like, okay, well, if Rock is wrestling at WrestleMania, why not have Roman versus Rock, which I know a lot of people want. We were going to get it. It got changed. I understand. You know, look, I'll save that for a whole nother video. But I feel like even if we get Cody versus Rock, that's going to not hit as hard as a Rock versus Roman could have been. And I do believe that Cody versus, well, I do feel like a Cody versus a Randy Orton, that's the main event right there. With the, you know, the history, you know, the legacy and all that, that's the main event. But Randy Orton is still not back from, I believe, a kayfabe injury. So I don't know, man. Like that segment with the whole, oh, I want your soul, Cody, that didn't, I'm like, okay. I mean, to be fair, no one's really excited for this year's WrestleMania other than the, you know, Jey Uso versus Gunther match. Other than that, it's like, what's happening at WrestleMania? You know? But let me know what you guys think.